Hey YouTube, it's your boy Con Raw, and I wanted to know if the 2-year iPhone 8 Plus was still worth it in 2019. Let's go. Build quality. The iPhone 8 Plus has this glass design on the back that speaks volumes. It's a very eloquent look on the back, and by them having this glass back, this allows for wireless charging. The iPhone 8 and 8 Plus were some of Apple's first ever to allow wireless charging. Many phones were doing wireless charging for a while, but Apple finally allowed this in the month of September 2017. And this iPhone is 2 years old. On the sides, we have our volume rockers and our power button. And on the bottom, we have our speaker grills and our microphone. On the front, we have a 5.5-inch 1080p screen on the front, which is used for watching content, playing games, scrolling through pictures, so on and so forth. The screen resolution is very great for the year 2019. We know the newer iPhones are housed with the OLED screens, but this gets the job done. Also on the front, we have our fingerprint scanner that's housed on the front. The fingerprint scanner is still relevant in 2019. It's very fast, and I know a lot of people who prefer this over Face ID. So let's jump on back to the back of the phone again. On the back, we have a 12 megapixel camera with the video recording up to 4K at 60 frames per second. Now that's crazy. A camera like this, you could get started with your YouTube channel right away. Don't wait. On the front, we have a 7 megapixel selfie camera, which can also record at 1080p, which is still some great quality. Performance. So let's get into the performance. Let's find out if it's still relevant. So in 2017, when Apple released the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, it was housed with the A11 Bionic chipset, which was much faster than the iPhone 7's A10 chipset. We also had 3 gigs of RAM, which I know doesn't sound like much with other phones having like 6 to 8 gigs of RAM, but Apple's optimization of its software, it integrates so well. Watching videos, scrolling through social media, and gaming has been A1 for me. Yes, its older sibling, the iPhone XS Max, is faster, but the iPhone 8 Plus ain't no slouch either. This phone can still compete with the best of them that are out there today. Battery life. So let's get into the battery life. The battery life can last you a whole day, especially if you're a moderate user. But me, I'm a powerhouse user, and I still get some good battery life out the iPhone 8 Plus. Me, in my opinion, personally, the battery life might be better than the XS Max, and here's why. Normally throughout the day when I'm using my XS Max, I find myself having to use my XS Max battery case before the day even ends, just to get some extra charge because I'm a powerhouse user. So sometimes I even video edit on my XS Max if I'm on the go and I don't have my laptop or my iPad Pro, and maybe this can be because of the OLED screen. Now, if I'm using the same functions on my iPhone 8 Plus, I find myself having at least 10 to 15% battery life when I'm done. And maybe this can be because of the 1080p screen. So let's get into the real question. And that is, should you still buy it? And the answer is yes, you should. And here's why. So the first thing is price. Now, if you get this from a carrier or from Apple, the standard price is $700. But now, if you get this from Amazon, you could get this between $400 and $500, whereas the iPhone XS Max is between $800 to $1,100. My second thing is hardware. This phone does pretty much the same as its older siblings, such as the iPhone X and XS Max. You might be missing out on Face ID and maybe some Memoji functions, but if that doesn't matter, then this is the iPhone to get. And my third reason why you should still get this is software, which I admire Apple for what they do. It will be at least a few more years before Apple stops sending updates to this phone. So 80% of the newer features that comes out on the newer iPhone will be packed into the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus also. So that's my video. It's Con Raw. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.